Hey everybody, welcome to my channel, or welcome back if you are returning. My name is Hannah. This is a channel about cross stitch, and I have a lot to talk about today. I say that, I'm not actually sure how long it's going to take, but I have a lot of WIPs. Not a lot, I mean, it's like a decent amount. I have a finish! I have one little bit of haul, some things to talk about that are stitching related, but not like, I have WIP Go stuff to talk about. And then I also am doing a giveaway. A surprise giveaway. So I'll like put that in here somewhere. So stay tuned for that. It won't be at the end, but it won't be right now either. So we'll do that later. We'll do WIPs and finishes and stuff first. So, let me fix this. Okay, I think that's better. So let's do my finish first. And I have a FFN, kind of, as well. But this is the actual real finish. So, this is in this beautiful project bag from Ariana, where Black Sheep meet. She is linked below. All of the like stores that I shop at are linked below and everything like that. So, okay. So in this lovely, beautiful bag is my finish. And if you know, you know what's in that bag. But this was a piece that I started like last year, November. It was a SAL that could have been done like on Christmas, but it wasn't. So I just finished it, finally. This is the Story Stitches Christmas Classics SAL, and yeah, it's finally done. So here's the finished piece. So yeah, I finally finished it. This is on Joy to the World 32 count linen by Grace Knits Fabrics. It was the like called for piece of or color for this piece. It was their first like collab. So, super excited for them when this happened. I think, was I there? No, I think I don't know, they texted me or something, but super excited. I was super excited for this, so I was like, of course, as soon as it happened, I was like, I need it! So, yep, all done. That's what it looks like. So there was another option here, but I decided to go with Bumble. But yeah. Lots of back stitch in this one. Lots of quarter stitches, back stitches. It's a lot. And French knots that I decided to stop doing. I think I did 3 sets of French knots and then quit. And decided, you know what? Actually, I don't even think those are French knots. I think that those are quarter stitches. So I think I only did 2 sets of French knots when there should have been a lot more. For the eyes and stuff, I just decided, you know what, I'm not doing it. So I did like full stitches or, you know, whatever. But yeah, I did them on him and him. And I don't know, I can't tell if these are French knots or quarter stitches because they're kind of under, not under, but they're like near some back stitch that I can't really tell. But yeah, that's that. And I'm not sure what I'm going to do with it because it's really tiny. Like, y'all. I still have all of this fabric, so I could do something else down here. I don't have plans for it yet, but it's so pretty. It's such a pretty fabric. But yeah, it's tiny, so I'm not sure what I'm going to do with it. I'm going to Corinne and Colleen's in April for 24 hours of cross stitch again. And they have their Hobby Lobby that I might take it because I've seen the like work that the framer, their friend, does, and I'm like, I might bring some things for them to frame, and then they'll frame them, and then when I go back another time, I'll pick them up. So yay for a finish! We finally have a finish! Ding ding ding! That never happens on my channel, or it rarely does. So this is a small finish. So I have a spot for a small. Now I don't have plans to start a small. I could. I have one small that I plan on starting at some point, but I hadn't planned on starting it this year. I had planned on starting it maybe next year. So we'll see. And then I also have a finish for now because I'm done my part. So a few friends and I are doing a round robin. It is, I know I have a list somewhere. Corinne and Colleen from Grace Notes Stitchers, Crystal from Crystal Row, Bobby from Pumpkin Creek Primitives, Carla from Craft Addict K, Sarah from Our Stitching Kingdom, Janet from Janet Jabber. I think that's everybody. We're all doing a round robin, and we each chose one of the Dreaming Of patterns from Rosewood Manor. This is Corinne's. That at the end of the month I will be sending it to Sarah, but this is what it will look like. So she chose Dreaming of Roses, and my piece is with Sarah currently, and she's sending it on to somebody. I don't remember who her person is. Crystal? I don't remember. Anyway, but yeah, so she chose Dreaming of Roses, and I finished my part. So here is what it is looking like. So Corinne had done this part, the R and the O, and then she had done her initials right here, CS. So I ended up doing that. It's kind of being washed out. This light is kind of washing it out. There, that's a little bit better. I ended up doing this whole thing right here. It looks big, and it kind of was big, but it didn't take me very long. And then my little tiny initials right there. I kept them that small because the actual writing that was supposed to be, it's supposed to say roses right here. I just showed the pattern to you, but it's supposed to say roses one side and roses on the other side, and the font was that small, so I kept it. I actually decided, you know what, I like how tiny that is, so I'm going to keep it. So I kept them really tiny so that the focal piece is not my initials, but it is the actual thing. And it kind of makes you, like, want to get closer to it, because you're like, oh, what are those little things? So, kind of fun. But I am done, so I will be sending this off to Sarah at the end of the month. And that is that. So, and again, I don't count, Corinne put in this little, like, tracker sheet, and I don't count my stitches on things that aren't in Pattern Keeper. I just don't. It's too much work, and I don't care. So I didn't put the stitches in, but I put the hours on the days that I worked in. I'm not sure what she wants to do with the cumulative row. Corinne, I might have effed it up, but I did what I thought I should do. So we can put, like, the cumulative down at the bottom. I don't know. So anyway, that can be changed, or, you know, if people count their stitches, they can put them in, but I didn't do that in mine. I didn't send mine along with, like, a tracker, because, again, I don't care. I also still need to sign in the book, because we are all signing our books. I'm not sure where. Corinne, where do you want me to sign it? Does it matter? On the first page? On the last? I don't know. Let me know. Let me know where you want me to sign it. And then she sent along a working copy, so I've been marking the working copy and not her actual book. But I want mine to be marked, so I only sent one. Okay, now for whips. So I think this is what I was working on last time, I think. And this is my Birds, Butterflies, and Blooms world map. Oh, I forgot to tell you what the fabric was, Corinne. I don't remember. It's not in my mind, so it'll be in the description box below, because I included it in one of my last videos, so I'll remember at some point. Anyway, this is Birds, Butterflies, and Blooms world map. This is artwork by Aimee Stewart, charted by Heaven and Earth Design. And this is a SAL that I'm doing with Kaylee from on Instagram. The hashtag is hashtag where in the world SAL, and super fun. And I'm still caught up, although I am later going to be talking about how I've changed my goals and things because it's stressing me out and I don't want that. So I'm up to date as of right now with this piece, but I'm getting stressed out about it, so we're changing things. But either way, I have done 6,000 stitches on this so far, which is only like 1 point something percent. It's wild. But you should have seen what it's going to look like. And then here is where I am right now. So good. It looks so good. And you can't tell right now, but this is like the wings or the like butt. I don't remember, but it's part of a bird. So it will be a bird at some point. But yeah, looks so good. It's a lot of colors. And this is just the regular color version. Gosh, I couldn't imagine. I mean, it's confetti. It is confetti. I've also changed up kind of how I'm doing my diagonals. It's still obviously in the diagonal, and I didn't change it actually on this one. I changed it on Medusa, which I'll show you in a minute. But I've kind of been doing it a little differently, which is making it maybe slightly faster, but I don't care how fast. Honestly, I don't care how fast it takes me to do them. It just feels like it's going a little faster for me. So maybe in another video I'll explain kind of what I'm doing. I just don't have the mental capacity to do that today because I have a lot of other things that I want to talk about. So, but yeah, I've changed up. So I haven't done that yet on this one, but I will start doing that the next time that I pick this up, which will be next month, I think. Yeah, it'll be next month. So that's that one, and here's the comparison photo. I don't have comparison, obviously you would have seen, I don't have comparison photos for the Dreaming Of stuff because I didn't take photos. I don't know, it just didn't happen. So I don't think I'm going to be including comparison photos just because it's not, like, the whole piece isn't being done by me, so you're not going to see it, like, continuously on my channel, if that makes sense, until the end. So I will do it for my piece, like when I get my piece back, but I'm not going to do it for everybody else's pieces. Okay, the next thing, which I finished my monthly stitch on last night. I went to bed like 10 minutes later than I usually do because I wanted to, like, I was like, I'm almost done, I'm almost at 4,200. And I did it. So this is Medusa. It is artwork by Christopher Lovell, charted by Unconventional. I was thinking Medusa in my head. Anyway, Unconventional X Stitch. And this one is also a SAL. I'm doing it with a couple people, but the SAL on Instagram, the hashtag is hashtag Unconventional Medusa SAL. Unconventional Medusa SAL. Yeah. So go look for it. And if you're doing this piece, please join in. Because there's a couple of posts, but I can't wait till there may be more. So join in. But anyway, you saw what it will look like, and I think this is right. This is where we are now. So I'm finally seeing some fabric. This is like the fabric on her, like, of her clothes, so that you can't really see her clothes, but it's the fabric. So it's super exciting, and you can, I guess, maybe kind of see down there. I am not really cross-country. I'm not really cross-countrying, but I'm kind of cross-countrying. So I guess maybe I can explain what I'm doing because I'm now holding a piece that's doing it. So essentially, I will do a stitch, and if there's a stitch below already completed stitches, I will do that one. And then, like, let's say there's one like over in one of these corner areas where there's a stitch like above it done, I will do it. So I will always do a stitch if there's a stitch above it done. I will park it if there's nothing above that stitch completed. So that's how I'm kind of doing this now, and it's going a little bit quicker, not like much quicker because I'm still doing a lot of stitch by stitch, but there are moments where I can get like a couple, oh, my dog farted. There are moments where I can get a couple of stitches like in a little block area done. It doesn't happen often because I do a lot of confetti stitching, but when there are small blocks of color with stitches just below other stitches, I can get them done. So yeah, because you can kind of see that happening in there where it's not a straight line anymore. We'll see how much that works in other pieces, but in this one it's working pretty well. So I'm gonna try it with other pieces, and then we'll go from there. And then here's the comparison photo. Okay. And then the last piece that I have to show you is a new start. So, I mentioned, my last video or this video before, I don't remember. I think it was my last video. I had bought 2 patterns from Stitchy Princess on Etsy. She is a Ukrainian designer, and everybody's doing the hashtag Stitch for Ukraine, and I was like, I really want to be able to join in, and these are the only 2 Ukrainian patterns I have. Luckily, they are both mediums, and I have finished a medium, which is my Dracula piece. That was a medium piece, so I have a spot to do a medium piece. So I decided I'm gonna start it. So I put it in this bag. I had to. If this gives you any idea, wink wink, nudge nudge, if this gives you any idea what's in there from the last video that I showed you the patterns. This is Mushroom Meadow by Stitchy Princess, and then this is hopefully I put it in here what it's going to look like. And I had the perfect fabric for it, and I was like, oh, this is great. So I started it, and here is where I got to. So I did it because I had a couple of like meetings and webinars and things to listen to yesterday while I was working from home, and I started it, and that's when I finished my finish as well. So that's what we're looking at. This is a 28 count Lugana in Pistachio Frappe, which was a neutral color of the month, or neutral fabric of the month, from Grace Notes Fabrics. And it's like the perfect color for this. Like, it is perfect. And I have a ton of it. I got a fat half. So I have plenty to be able to do other patterns on, because I think that this will go up to like, it's the same width as it is height. So it won't be, I mean, it'll be like half. This is as long as it is. So it's not much. It's like this big, and then it'll probably go down to like maybe here, across and up. So it's not even going to be half of the half. So I'll have half and a quarter left of this, and I have plans to use this for something else next year, unless something better comes along. But that's where we are. I don't have any comparison photos because I just started it. So the comparison photo would be a blank piece of fabric to a stitched piece of fabric. And now, wait, where's my bag? Let's do my giveaway now, because it comes kind of along with haul. So I did a silly, and I ordered something. I knew I ordered it, but I ended up ordering 2 by accident. Didn't realize I put 2 in my cart, hit buy and didn't think about it until I got it in the mail, and there were 2, and I was like, did I order 2? I did. I totally paid for 2. Like, didn't even look at how much I paid, which it wasn't that much. I mean, it was like what, $30 or something. It wasn't crazy, but I didn't even look. So, I'm talking about Royal Holiday. So, I got 2. So I bought 1 for myself, which was the plan, to just buy 1, but I ended up buying 2. So I'm going to give 1 away. So if you would like to get Royal Holiday by Mirabilia, there's the back of it. If you would like Royal Holiday, please comment below. Should we do like a word? Christmas in March. No, I think, you know, just let me know if you want it, because I don't know. I can't think of a word right now. Don't say giveaway, don't say free, don't say any of that stuff. It's, you know, I would just want people who actually want it. And please be subscribed. But yeah, I will send this anywhere. So just let me know if you want it. Just holla at me in the comments section. And I also, in the mail, received, I didn't bring it up here because it's nothing to see. I received my Spring Queen in the mail as well. So thank you. You know who you are. I really, really appreciate it. I got just the pattern. I didn't get any of the outer pieces for reasons, which is fine. But I didn't bring it up here because all I have to show is like the pattern. But I did get it, so it's super exciting. And once I finish that, hopefully next year, I'm planning on trying to finish all 4 of the seasonal queens next year, and then once I'm done with them, I will send out to people who have already me pleased to borrow them. So, and then maybe like this one will be a focus at some other point. I just didn't want to include it for work really well for the way I want to do it next year. So I didn't include her, but I am going to take a book. I'm going to take a page out of Aimee's book. She is Little Farm Quilts here on YouTube. She is doing Royal Holiday as well, and if I'm not mistaken, she's doing it on like a really dark fabric. I think it's blue. Aimee, I could be completely wrong, but I'm pretty sure it's like a dark blue. And I really, really like that, so I'm going to do her also on like a blue-black piece of fabric, and I think it'll look really good. So, you have made me decide I want to do that. So that's my giveaway if you want it. There's no special word or anything, just let me know. And then I usually let it go for 2 weeks, so in 2 weeks I will draw a winner. I'll just do a random number generator the way I usually do it. I'll read the comments, write them all down, and then random number generate and pick the winner that way. So 2 weeks. I don't know what that is, but 2 weeks from now. I'll mention it again in my video next week as well. And then the last thing, oh, we're not even 30 minutes in. We're okay. We got plenty of time. The last thing I want to talk about is how my goals are stressing me out. So, yeah. I was talking to Corinne today, and I was like, girl, my goals are stressing me out, so I think I'm changing everything. I'm going to do it differently. I'm still going to focus on my focus pieces, but I'm not going to set strict percentage or like time goals. I'm just going to set like how many days or which days I want to work on things. So before, my WIP Go board had like, you know, when this is called, you're going to get to this percentage. That's stressing me out. I can't do that, because what if I don't hit that percentage goal? Absolutely not. Because there are days like I can't stitch. Like I don't stitch on Wednesdays most of the time. What if on like I work late on a Thursday or something and I only have an hour. Like, there are times when it cuts, like I just don't have enough time and I won't be able to hit the percentage goal. And that stresses me out because I'm like, but I could if like this unknown thing didn't happen, right? So I decided that I'm going to set myself like a goal to do each piece 2 days of the month. So each focus piece, I have 7 focus pieces. Well, I have 8 now. Just by the way, I have 8 because I've added my wedding piece in to be a focus piece for the rest of the year. So just by the way, the wedding piece will be coming back monthly now at this point. So each of my focus pieces have 2 days of the month to work on my during the week. So I will only be working on my focus pieces during the week. Each of them get 2 days during the week. Then on the weekends, I have each of my WIP Go calls gets 1 weekend because there's 4 WIP Go calls for me and there are 4 weekends in each month. So, and then if there are like extra days, like sometimes there's like one day that is just one random day at the end of the month because it's not an even month, I'll work on my oldest WIP. And if it falls on a weekend, if like that random day falls on a weekend, I'll spin my wheel and whatever it spins onto, I will stitch. So if it's a weekday, extra day, I'll work on my oldest WIP because I'm like trying to get them done. And Queen Bee Flower Farm really needs to be touched. So, and then if it's on the weekend, I'll work on whatever my wheel spins for me. So hopefully that makes sense. I can show you kind of an idea of what I have. So I printed this out today. I only included up to where I am currently in the month. I didn't write anything for the beginning of the month because it's already passed, so there'd be no point. But, so as you can see, I put 2 days. I skipped Wednesdays. I did not put anything in Wednesdays. If I end up being able to stitch on a Wednesday for whatever reason, I'll just like spin the wheel and I'll do whatever I feel like, or I'll just do whatever I feel like. But on the other days, I've like included what's going to be worked on, and like I only did that for March because I don't know what's going to happen in April. So April just has like words, and then at the top here I included what either round robin or SAL I'm doing with my group. So this month was the Dreaming Of. Next month I'll do the next part of the Cross Stitch Nation SAL whenever I want to. Like that might be a weekend before I do the other thing. Whatever the WIP Go call is, I'll do that piece first. So hopefully that makes sense. So I don't have any percentage goals anymore. I've taken away like you have to do 2,000 stitches each month on this piece. That's not happening anymore. You just have to work on those pieces on the 2 days that you've set yourself to work on them. So like even if it's just I worked 30 minutes on it because that's all the time I had, at least I did something that day. So it's still a mark for me. It's less stressful, but it's still, I feel like putting enough time into my pieces, and especially the ones that'll come out every month. So like, yeah. And then because my focus pieces are also on my WIP Go board, they'll get 1 weekend each, like in whatever month that they're called. So it'll be 4 days instead of 2 days. But hopefully that makes sense. It'll just get me touching everything and feeling a little bit better about my goals and not like stressing myself out about them, because there's no point in stressing yourself out. And I think this is going to work really well. And it kind of, the impetus behind this was I was setting up my calendar for next year. I know it's only March, but I get started early because this stuff happens if I don't start setting it up early enough. I start getting weird and changing everything multiple times. So if I like this way that I'm doing it this year, or this like for the rest of the year, then I'll know that what I set up for next year is going to work. And I won't have this crazy, I'm going to change everything 3 months in. But anyway, that's everything. It was only 30 minutes. Look at me. I thought it was going to be longer than that. But yay, only 30 minutes long. So yeah, that's, I think, it from me. I don't think I bought anything else that I need to show you. I bought like a metallic copper floss, but like, I'm not going to show that to you. It's not that exciting. But yeah, that's that. Hopefully my new way of working my goals is going to be good for me. It won't stress me out like, you need to get to this percentage, because that was just stressing me out. Like, I was like, I don't think I'm going to do it. Maybe if it was still like we were working from home and all that was still happening, I probably could. And I had kind of set up those goals using how much I had stitched when I was working from home, which is way different because there's no commute. It was like a way different scenario, so I can't do that. I need to be realistic. So hopefully this is realistic. But anyway, that's that from me. I will talk to you guys next week. I hope you have a great day, night, weekend, morning, evening, whatever, wherever you are in the world. And I will talk to you guys next week. Okay? Bye.